Welcome back to that Shady Buffalo podcast, a podcast about unimportant things that for some reason are important to us. I'm your host, David Cole, and we are back with the snack bracket round three, what we are calling the healthy bracket. And if you are not on YouTube, first of all, what are you doing? Come on. Go to the YouTube channel, that Shady Buffalo podcast, subscribe. We are going to be eating. Who wouldn't want to watch us eat? First of all. Second of all, you can see the air quotes that I just did around the word healthy because in the bracket is literally named the healthy, quote unquote, healthy region because this region is full of snacks that are not technically really actually healthy, but are more healthy than what we've had so far. And the healthiest it's going to get. So you could actually have like healthy snacks, but who wants to do that?
Why would you do that to yourself?
It's not
No, I
fun.
mean that's stupid.
It's not
Those
fun.
people, I mean, you'll get an extra year out of your life when you're
Mm,
90,
maybe three or four. I mean, like, I don't
maybe,
maybe,
but
but
I don't want to be alive when I'm
We
90.
ain't got time for
I
celery
want to be in
sticks.
heaven with Jesus when I'm 90.
Yeah, not on Earth. Gosh. Anyways, so obviously the same
And
old
eat
crew is
healthy
back
in
again.
heaven.
Yes. Alex and John are back with me, which you if you were on YouTube, you would already know that. So what are you doing with your lives? You're not on
Unless this is
YouTube.
your first time and you don't know that my name is Jon Crabtree and the gentleman that is
If this is your first
directly
episode,
me is Alex Golden.
That's me.
if this is your first episode, it's really funny. Let me know. I
Way to
highly
pick
doubt
one
it,
to
but
jump into.
yeah, it's like, you know what? This is the one. I've always been kind of David just talks about dumb, nerdy stuff. I don't care about that, but oh, healthy snacks. And they get in here and it's like Chex Mix.
I love various nuts and berries.
It's like that's not healthy.
How does David stay so skinny?
Yeah,
Chex Mix.
Chex Mix. Yeah, no. It's genetics. That's how I stay skinny. Oh, anyways, let's go
Jealous.
ahead and get started. So, we're gonna start off our first matchup. Alex and John can go ahead and start eating. We're gonna go in this bracket. I'll break it down while they're getting into the first matchup, but we're going a little bit more close head to head in terms of very similar kinds of snacks. So you can see our 1-8 matchup is two different jerkies. Our 4-5 is pretzels versus Chex Mix, which are very similar. Our 3-6 is two different kinds of peanuts or nuts, cashews, and peanuts. And then our 2-7 matchup is two different kinds of cheese. So we have some similar pairings. The first pairing there is two different jerkies. We have a pepper jerky and a teriyaki jerky. I went with Cattleman's Cut. I don't know a lot about jerky, so if this is terrible jerky, then like I'm sorry, but I'm not a jerky aficionado. It seemed like it was a cut above like the Jack Links and obviously like Slim Jim and whatever the cheap teriyaki or not teriyaki, the cheap jerky is. So I went with the one above that just to like give us something that's maybe not total trash, but I'm sure it is not the best quality, but it is, I think, probably better than the quick cheap stuff that you would get. So this is going to be the 1-8, and really the 8 seed is just the 8 seed because it matches the 1 seed. The seeding in these things haven't really mattered a whole lot, except for the Debbie bracket. That one, the Debbie Hostess bracket. That one, the
Yes.
seeding actually like seemed to play out. But I'll be surprised if the seeding matters a whole lot in this bracket. So Alex, it looks like you are finished up. So I'll start off with you, and then you can pass it to John. Give us your thoughts here. We have a pepper jerky versus a teriyaki jerky.
All right, everybody. So I'm the nuttiest of buddies. If you forgot from the previous episodes, I'm going to pass this off to the Twinkie sniffer. He was over there sniffing his jerky bag. So he's a sniffer of multiple things, but Twinkie sniffer is the best. Jerky never really smells good to me when you smell it. So tried to avoid that to not ruin my appetite as we have plenty of snacks to go through. I'll make this one very quick. I like the pepper jerky better than the teriyaki jerky. Teriyaki is a little sweet, which I'm fine with, but I prefer a little bit of a spice, a little bit of a kick. Didn't really get that a lot from the pepper jerky, but it wasn't sweet. So I like my jerky, not sweet. We're going with the pepper jerky, John.
So this is John, the Twinkie Sniffer Crabtree. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am going with the teriyaki jerky. I'm a big fan of the sweetness factor, as well as when you do the sniff test. Neither one of them, like you said, smells good at all. But I will say the teriyaki jerky has a little bit of kind of like a mapley-ness to it that like a real cheap maple bacon in the morning type of thing. Whereas the pepper cut, that smells like hot dog water. It smells like straight up hot dog water, and that's what your breath smells like later.
And that's not a good thing.
Yep, that's what I got. Hot dog water.
I don't like hot dog water.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross.
You would. I am with John.
Someone should tell Annie about that.
Drinking it right now. If you're on YouTube, you can see my hot dog water.
If you're not on YouTube, you're missing out.
Chunks of hot dogs in my water.
I'm also going with the teriyaki jerky. I agree with everything John said. I think the teriyaki has a little bit more variety of flavor. There's like I would eat it and then like one flavor would hit and a different flavor would hit. Whereas the pepper jerky just reminds me of jerky with like some pepper on it. I don't know. It wasn't anything to me. But so the 8 seed, just like those Miami Heat, when beating the 1 seed. So let's just move right along and go ahead and get into the 4-5 matchup. You guys can go ahead and start checking out those two snacks. We have a Chex Mix and we have a Dots Homestyle pretzel. We were going to have going to have 2 different pretzels, and I realized we didn't have Chex Mix on a snack bracket at all. And so I was like, that's a problem. We need to have Chex Mix here. My opening perception would be that Dots probably wins it because it's Dots pretzels and they're pretty incredible. But Chex Mix is a classic for a reason. So it wouldn't surprise me either way here. I don't know. I know we all like Dots, but I don't know how we all feel about Chex Mix. So you never know. So whenever you're ready, guys, we can go ahead and jump in. All right. So Alex, go ahead and start us off.
Man, this is tough.
Nice. Okay.
I jokingly said when we got our snacks from you earlier tonight that Dots is going to win hands down, but I don't know. That Chex Mix had a nice salty, savory flavor. Man, it's almost like flipping a coin here for me because I could really be happy with either one moving on. So because I'm loyal to Dot, she is awesome. The bag's cool. The pretzels are twist. They also have really good cinnamon sugar one, by the way. If you haven't tried it, it's a limited edition. It's in a purple bag. Find it at Meijer, Kroger, Walmart, wherever you can. But Chex Mix, while it's an original, I'm going to go with the new up-and-coming young stud here, Dots Homestyle Pretzels.
So to follow on the back of Alex's take, I'm also, this wasn't even that hard of a choice for me. I am quickly becoming a big fan of the Dots pretzels.
So good.
When as the resident olfactory expert, the sniff test here, I mean, you smell a lot of different spices in the Dots. You pretty much only just smell like what I assume is just salt on the Chex Mix. It just smells like salt. Whereas like this, you get like a butteriness to it. You get like a twinge of garlic. I mean, there's definable flavors in a Dots pretzel. Whereas
so good.
Everything just kind of tastes the same in the world of the Chex Mix. So although I didn't get any of them, but I'm very yes I did.
The bread pieces.
No, these little dudes.
The rye pieces. The best part of the Chex
scabs.
Mix.
I call them scabs.
The best part.
They look like good, a scab. They're amazing. I love these.
No, the little breadsticks are so dry, David.
Well,
the little rye pieces you can buy by themselves.
They're so good.
And I've actually done it before and ate a whole bag in one setting, and that will scrape the roof of your mouth up. But
yeah, it gets you in like right by the teeth. One of those. It's real painful.
Those are amazing. I agree, John. That's the best part of the Chex Mix. That's why I had a tough time cutting out Chex Mix in this one because the rye chips.
If it was a bag of rye chips of the scabs, I would have picked it immediately.
Just the fact that you're like openly talking about eating scabs.
I'll save my dry pieces for you, David.
Thank you. If you're not on YouTube, you're missing out. Stacey just came in. We had a full conversation. And on YouTube, you would have seen me, looking over and talking to my wife and, saying goodnight. And you missed that because you're not on YouTube.
Well, I was in person on Zoom and I'd missed it.
When you were carrying the podcast, I had to let you guys carry for a minute. So
throw it on my back. Man.
Yeah, every once in a while, you guys got to carry. So, but and you guys did a great job. No one even knew it until I just mentioned it. So,
exactly.
So that's why you should go on YouTube. It's my turn to self promote this time, Alex.
Sounds good, David.
So I think I'm with you guys on the dots, but it was super close. This to me
Yeah.
is like the Warriors Kings. I'm gonna keep making basketball analogies where like it's a shame that one of them had to lose. Two good teams, like I think either one of them, either the Kings or the Warriors could have won another like one more round, no matter who wins. And the same here. I think if Tex-Mex had won, I probably would have picked it over the turkey. The turkey. I can just combine teriyaki and jerky.
Jerky.
Well,
Turkey.
it is teriyaki and jerky. And so I think that either way I go, that 4-5 matchup is actually like that's more like a second round matchup than it is a first round matchup. But I'm with you guys. Dots is probably the winner there.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That's been probably one of the closest head-to-head matchups we've had in the first round in any of the snack brackets.
The Twinkie one was tough for me. I don't even remember what it went up against, but I remember that it was no, yeah, I think it was because it was that was like so I finished that box of Twinkies.
Those were good Twinkies.
And I don't always love Twinkies, but I ate all of the rest of those Twinkies that were in that box over the next like 2 weeks.
Didn't you take them to your classroom for your kids, and then you just ended up eating them yourself?
No, I took all the other ones that I didn't like the ho-ohs and the ding dongs and the whatever else, and I sold them to my school. We have like a system where you can earn points for doing good stuff and doing good in school and whatever else, and so they can use those points to buy things. So I usually have candy. So like the day that I posted on my like little store on their Chromebooks, I posted like fudge round, not fudge rounds. I didn't sell those either. I kept the fudge rounds, I kept the oatmeal cream pies, and I kept the Twinkies. But everything else from that Hostess and Little Debbie matchup I sold, and they were like they were gone in seconds. The kids were so happy to get like snack cakes. It was so funny. So
did you make your money back?
No, because they don't actually like. I don't make money off of that. The kids use points that they earn.
Oh, I see.
So I didn't make any money. I didn't. So I wouldn't take money from the kids.
David, that's why teachers don't make enough in this in America.
It's our own fault.
It's because you don't have a black market snack system in your classroom.
It's really our own fault.
It's your own fault.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into the nut matchup here. So we have a honey roasted peanut against a cashew. I can remember as a kid always liking honey roasted peanuts and not liking cashews, but it's been a long time since I've had a cashew, like probably a good 10 to 15 years. So I really have no barometer on how I'm going to feel on this, but a honey roasted peanut is a pretty classic. And I went with Planter. Like, how could you not go? I mean, I'm sure there are better nuts out there, but like Planters is a classic. You want to have that Mr. Peanut, right? I mean, come on, not the baby peanut, the Mr. Peanut, not the Super Bowl ad, like the full original monocle top hat. Like that guy is the real deal. So
yeah.
Alex, you ready for thoughts?
I've been eating while you were telling your story about the kids. So I was trying to get ahead of time because I know that this is important for me to get my taste in. Honestly, I thought I'm going to pick honey roasted peanuts when I saw the matchup. Then I started chewing on these, and I really like the taste and the texture of the Planters cashews. I've always been a cashew person. I like honey roasted peanuts as well too, but this one was not that close for me. I thought the Planters cashew just had a better flavor overall. So I'll probably be in the minority on this one. I can already feel it because you guys like sweet stuff, and I do too. But I don't know. I just felt like the cashew tasted better this time.
So I beg to differ. I'm going honey roasted peanuts. I didn't even sniff these ones. I really don't like peanuts. I'm not a nut man. But the beginning of the honey roasted peanuts was at least like a little bit nice. So I'll give him that. I don't really have a lot to go on. I'm gonna have a cleansing dot pretzel to erase this sadness from my palate.
Why don't you like peanuts?
I don't know. It's just like they get in your teeth, and they're a little gross.
What's gross about them? That's what I'm curious.
Like I love peanut butter.
That's why I like peanuts, because I love peanut butter so much.
See, I'm a creamy peanut butter man too.
Me too.
I don't do none of the crunchy. It's just not my vibe. I don't. I'm a big consistency man. So, like,
me too. But nuts, for some reason, are okay with that.
Like, I'm not a big coconut man either. Like, I would never eat a snowball. I don't do
coconut either.
Yeah. So
texture and consistency is like a big thing in my pickiness. But
I'm okay with nuts. Flavor apparently.
my big thing is that
I haven't picked my winner yet.
Like temperature overall is also a big factor for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So
I won't eat sushi because the cold meat texture just freaks me out.
yep, I'll probably die never having tried sushi.
I
It's
like
the,
it, but
the
it gives me
flavor's
heart
not bad.
palpitations, so I can't.
Yeah, that's
That
probably
is a
shouldn't do
good
that.
cop out right there, man.
Yeah.
That is the best one you can get.
All right, David, let's break this tie.
I'm going cashews.
Let's go. All right. In your face, John. In your face. Eat some more cashews next round.
Yep, not doing that. I'm just not. I'm just gonna go with the cheese. I don't know which cheese, but I'm gonna go with the cheese.
The salty.
You're lactose.
Yep, exactly. This is gonna hurt me, and I'm still gonna pick with the one that hurts me the most.
Just take a bite. Don't eat like a whole bunch. The cashews had more flavor, I thought, actually.
They did. That's what I thought.
They had more flavor. They did. The honey roasted peanuts were actually really plain, like really like bland. And maybe it was just this certain like brand or this certain batch or God, who knows. But I thought this was not good. I did not like and I like peanuts. Like I'll get peanuts at Five Guys or Texas Roadhouse every time I go there. And so I'm a peanut fan. And these just didn't do it. So going planters, cashews. So we have 2 upsets out of the 3, but again, the seating doesn't really matter that much. And then we're going to go on to the cheese side. So we have the Tillamook or Tillamook. I'm not positive on the pronunciation there, but this was like consensus one of the top brands that I could find. Like I did some research, very mild research, not like real research, like Google searching. Just so we're clear on that, like Google searching and reading articles isn't research. But anyways, it's a little soapbox. I'll get down. We have a white cheddar, we have a sharp white cheddar. I don't know what that even means by being sharp, but and then a medium cheddar. So, John, are you good to go? Or are you still?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I just wanted to change it up. So why don't you go first?
Yeah. So I'm immediately white cheddar, sharp white cheddar. I love a sharp cheddar cheese. And that kind of a bite to it. I'm a real big fan of that. Which is it. I'm gonna wake up at 2 a.m. with like cramps all over my body, and I'm gonna feel it in my knees, in my legs, in my calves, and in my stomach, and it's gonna be awful. I'm gonna hate it. But I will go with a sharp white cheddar every time over this. It's almost like the medium cheddar is just kind of too soothing, if that makes sense. It's like too mild, which I know that's what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't have like a really defining punch of a flavor that the sharp white cheddar does, and I just go with that one. The sniff test, they both smell like cheese. So there you go. Fun fact: Tillamook is a co-op. So a bunch of farmers, they decided to create a dairy in which they make items. They also sell an insane amount of different ice cream varieties. Just so you know, I think they're from like Oregon or Washington, somewhere out west.
I have had their ice cream. It is very creamy to me, which if you like creamy ice cream, like that's awesome, but it's almost too creamy for me. So I don't know if you can have too creamy of ice cream, but I just felt like it was a little too creamy for my taste in ice cream. But yeah, this is a tough one. I just really enjoyed John's description of sharp white cheddar. It almost sounded like he was engaged to that instead of his fiance.
Whoa.
Just the way he was raving about that. My goodness. I'm like, are you marrying sharp white cheddar or Rebecca? My goodness.
Hey man, when you don't get it, everyone until you get a frequency that you really treasure your time with things that are gone for long periods of time out of your life.
Oh man, well, there's a lot of ways we could go with that one, John, but we're sticking with cheese here. I will just say this. Personally, for me, I didn't care for either of them that much. I thought they were both okay. If I want a cheese, I want cheese with spice in it. Pepper jack cheese, red pepper cheese, ghost pepper cheese, even though that like burns your mouth off. Like, I just like a spicy cheese. Now, John, we know he's safe, but I will say, out of the two, I totally agree with John on that the sharp white cheddar has more of a bite. And that is why I'm picking it. It is almost like so strong that it can kind of be like, ooh, do I like this or not? But I feel like the medium cheddar was kind of bland.
I liked the medium cheddar. I liked it a lot, actually.
Well, here, I'll give you my piece here.
I
You
am.
wanna?
Thank you. I will say that I agree with you on the pepper jack. I had a spicy chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese on it for dinner
Ah,
tonight.
David.
So, you know, pepper jack cheese is the go-to. But from what I could find with this brand, and also like just looking up the medium cheddar was like I looked up like snack cheeses, like best snack cheeses, looked up a bunch of different websites. The medium cheddar they all had very, very high, but also the sharp white cheddar they had high too. And I don't know if Tillamook doesn't do a spicy cheese in this like little snack package variety, or what, but I couldn't find anything that was any more different. Like, these are
It's
pretty
not a thing in
different.
the Great Northwest. They're
I don't
they're
know.
very mild people there. They
Yeah.
they just don't know how to deal with a little bit of spice of life in their life.
So we're gonna go ahead and advance the sharp white cheddar. The medium was smoother. The medium cheddar was smoother, and I liked that because to me it's like I want you to either be spicy or be like smooth, and the sharp white is like neither. So it was like kind of a weird in between area. Whereas like if you don't like John doesn't like things that are spicy, I can get why you would prefer the sharp white cheddar. But for me, it's like I like to have either one or the other, and this was kind of like neither. I don't know. So it wasn't
You
bad.
bite
It wasn't bad, but
you just bite the sharp white cheddar and it bites back every time,
yeah,
man.
every time.
Every time.
Okay, so let's go back to the top of the bracket. We are at our final four. We have the Cattleman's Cut teriyaki jerky against the Dots homestyle pretzel. This might be a slaughter, but we'll see what you guys think. Um, Either one of you want to go ahead and go, or do you need Johnny? You
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go with the Dots. Mainly just off of the post eating experience. In comparison, I mean, if you eat jerky, that's like on your hands for like a day. Unless you like immediately go wash your hands.
And your breath.
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, you're driving when you eat it. So that's just stuck there with you. You just got to deal with that for the rest of the day in a hot car driving to Minneapolis for some reason. I've literally never been to Minneapolis. I don't know why. I just threw that one out there. But the Dots pretzels, those is it. You could. I feel like you could eat on these for a month in the size of that bag, and it's that value is still cheaper than a single serving bag of jerky. I mean, that's the stupid thing about jerky is how expensive it is. But yeah, Dots all the way. Dots all the way.
Awesome.
Make it two, baby.
Yeah.
Make it two. It's Dots pretzels, no question about it. I didn't even like the teriyaki jerky that much anyway. So, sorry jerky, but Dots pretzels coming home, baby.
I'm not even a big jerky fan, anyways. That teriyaki jerky actually wasn't bad. Like if that was something if someone went and got some snacks for a road trip and I didn't have any choice in the matter and they gave me some of that, I would eat that. Yeah. But
I mean, I genuinely enjoyed the teriyaki.
See, man. I did it too.
You did it to me.
Yep.
The teriyaki jerky, it's really just based on that the after the after dining experience, as it were.
I'm not a huge fan of jerky anyways, but the Dots pretzels are just like it's hard to beat that. So we'll see what's going to go up against the Dots pretzels. We have the Planters cashews. We know what John's going to go with, but let's see what happens here. So John, I mean, you're the one that's probably already kind of giving it away. So go ahead and explain here what you're thinking
sharp
here.
White cheddar. Again, let's go back again to the after dining experience. Those cashews, you're going to be picking those out of your teeth for at least a good 5-10 minutes. That cheese, you enjoy it, you savor it, it's gone. These little dudes, one, there's not a single whole one in here in this bag. They are all just shattered into a million pieces. And they're all just like the easiest little things to break in the world. And that I don't want a bag of crumbs. That just seems very that seems like a mess. Like I mean, naturally, people get crumbs on them when they eat in the car, and I mean this is just a whole bag of crumbs. That's all it is. It's a whole bag of crumbs. Don't tell me you want that, because you don't. And that's you want a good, nice, creamy, sharp white cheddar. That's what you want.
All right, David, I'm curious your thoughts. I've been going first or second every time, so I want to break the tie this time. I want to know what you think here.
I'm scared. I'm going the cashews.
I knew you would. And we know what Alex is gonna do. This isn't a big tie break.
You don't know.
I
You
don't think we
don't
do.
know.
I will say, John, if it was the medium cheddar against the cashews, I'd go the medium cheddar. I would. I don't know what it is. The sharp white cheddar is it's good. It's not. I don't dislike it.
I'm
These
borderline
cashews
ready to flip my vote in retrospect, just
Yeah,
so
well, it's too late
cashews
for
don't
that.
make it.
It's too late to turn back now. So the cashews. This is part of it. Is that this is the only it's a strong salty flavor mixed in with the
Yes.
nut flavor. It's a good combination, man. I don't know. I'm surprising myself here. I'm going cashews. So Alex, break the tie.
Yeah, so I did kind of just crap on the Tillamook sharp white cheddar and the actual medium cheddar, but I think it's because I bit into it after just eating a Dots pretzel. Or what do we eat before that? Was it Dots? No, it was the cashews. I ate my
yeah.
peanuts and then my cheese, so it kind of had not cleansed my palate yet.
Yeah.
Then I ate the medium cheddar. I just ate the white cheddar again after the Dots, and that flavor really just hit me right in the taste buds. I was just like, oh,
What?
It was just like, man, this is good. I finished the whole piece. I got another piece here.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
even know if I need to open, but I finished that second half of that piece. So it's like,
My
then
goodness.
I went back to the cashews and I said, man, this is kind of bland tasting.
Ooh.
So,
So
man,
it's the white cheddar?
I think I gotta go white cheddar, John. I'm not.
All right.
Man,
I mean, I gotta keep your fiance in this one. So
I appreciate this.
Okay, so-
thank you for my honorary.
So
Um,
we are in it's not surprising, cheese versus pretzel. If you just said okay, we have two turkeys head to head, two turkeys. Gosh.
gobble
Two-
gobble, baby.
Two
Happy Thanksgiving, ladies and
Happy
gentlemen.
Thanksgiving. If
If
I had
why
just-
is he talking about the Warriors?
Yeah. If I just yeah, exactly. We're all over the place today. If I told somebody, we have two jerkies going head to head, two pretzel-ish type snacks head to head, two different nuts head to head, two cheeses head to head, would you be surprised to have a pretzel and a cheese at the end? Not at all.
Yeah.
So not shocking to me, but especially Dots pretzels. So, John, why don't you one more time bring us home? Give us your thoughts here.
Let's go home with Dots, ladies and gentlemen. They are a newcomer to the scene, but man, as Alex said, the cinnamon sugar Dots, it's same. You don't have to create a new pretzel to convey these flavors. They just keep the same thing, because you know what? It works. It works. Just a beautiful spiral pretzel.
Mhm.
I've never seen a broken Dots pretzel before. You never see those. Their integrity is strong, just like the flavor profile. Alex, I'm pretty sure you bit that off before. No, both of you just snapped it.
John's a liar. John is a fraud.
I don't have any broken ones in my bag. I've never reached for a broken one. I've only reached for a strong one. You don't get crumbs in there because their integrity is strong, just like their flavor palette. And on that note, I say choose Dots, gentlemen. Choose Dots. Choose American. Choose Dots.
I'm going back on my sharp white cheddar. I'm picking cashew just so we can have cashew win this thing. And no, I'm just kidding. I will say this: if you ever try a Dots pretzel, which it's very hard not to just bite right into it, I want you guys to try this. Just take one and suck on it for a second, and feel all the flavors come out of that seasoning on top of the pretzel. It is a kick of flavor to the mouth. It is so good, but it does make you thirsty. You cannot eat these without a drink. It makes my mouth very dry if I don't. But it's really good if you have a Coke or a Coke Zero. Even water's fine with it, but I kind of prefer a sweeter drink with them just because it's that salty sweet flavor. So I gotta say, this was pretty easy for me. Dots, homestyle pretzel, going all the way to the championship and just upsetting everybody. But I will say this: we have a 4-7 matchup here, David. That is potential Phoenix Suns versus Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. So, Lincoln, if you're listening, we could be predicting that the Lakers will upset those idiotic Golden State Warriors led by Stephen Curry. Like Steph, hate Draymond. That's all I got to say.
So, I will say, to bring it back home, the sharp cheddar after having dots again was way better. I see you ate dots, then sharp cheddar, then cashews. I ate dots, cashews, sharp cheddar. Then I ate dots and then sharp cheddar. And it was like, oh, they just pair together really well. So that's really cool. But it's dots. I mean, come on, it's dots pretzels. The sharp cheddar,
Sweet, baby.
The sharp cheddar is probably better than
it's
probably better than the cashews. I'm happy that the cashews did not win. Only for the sake of having a cheese and a pretzel is pretty good. So I think we're good here. So we have 3 champions now. We have the Nutty Buddy bars, right? We have the Dots pretzels, and then the last one was
the Cheez-It, baby. Let's go. The rich people's box.
Yeah, I forgot the Cheez-Its.
That's right. That's right.
I forgot Cheez-Its won. Okay.
High class snackability.
I bet Dots pretzels cost more than a box of Cheez-Its.
I promise you they do. And
the
want to try.
Dots was $10. The family size Dots is $10.
Gotcha. Yeah,
that's not crazy.
Yeah,
but
that's not terrible.
It's worth $10, ladies and gentlemen.
I want to try the cheddar one so bad, and they got a honey mustard one right now too. Like, I don't even like mustard, but I want to try it. I want to do it.
All right. Well, John's gonna do it.
Twinkie Sniffer.
What?
I said
Twinkie Sniffer.
Twinkie Sniffer. Yeah, he's going to do it
Sniffer.
eventually. So, on that note, we will head out of here, and we will see you next time when we complete the snack bracket with our 4th and final region.
Bye, everybody.
Adios. We can't forget to mention Chris Crabtree, Debbie Goddard. You're our biggest fans. We love you. Goodbye.
Love you. Thank you.
Bye, Debbie. Love you.